here too. I'm gonna try to work on that. I'd like to get him here because good kid, good head on his shoulders, very talented young man, and he would
understand he's taken quite a few bumps on that head on the shoulders from the wrestling scene.
So.
But I mean, Frankie, you talk about these names. I mean, the names that I'm hearing, so many of these guys are absolute legends.
They, as I tell my students, they paved the way for what you guys are doing here. You know. At one time, Tampa wrestling was a hotbed of professional wrestling.
Right.
Anybody who was anybody came through Tampa. It was probably one of the biggest territories. Back in the day, we had territories. One of the biggest territories around, You were on championship wrestling from Florida. Also, I failed to mention, I'm going to do that now, Gordon Soley's son and daughter will be there.
Wow.
And Gordon Soley was, in my opinion, the greatest wrestling play-by-play guy ever.
Right.
You got these guys now, they need 3-4 guys. Gordon Soley did that all by himself.
Right.
No offense to Gorilla Monsoon and all, of course.
No offense to any of those guys.
Yeah.
But, Gordon was the best there was.
Gorilla had such a great name.
He was great.
Gorilla had the hell of a name, though.
So, all you out there are listening, if you're a wrestling fan, you're here locally. Even if you're in Florida and you're in driving distance, I mean, you need to come down June 11th.
Buy your tickets now because it is going to fill up.
Yes, it's going to fill up.
It's on Gun Highway, and again, what is the...
Let me give you the address here. I've got it here somewhere. Let me put my eyes on here. It is 13009 Community Campus Drive. That's Tampa, Florida. On the Cone campus, it's the Tampa JCC and Federation.
Because it's obviously not going to be at the Armory.
It's not going to be at the Armory because that's under construction right now.
And
we're just raising funds. We have to raise $250,000, to raise, for this wall. And this wall is going to have memorabilia. It's going to have plaques. It's going to have videos.
Now, is this wall going to be inside the structure?
It's going to be inside the structure.
Okay.
And I think it's an awesome thing, being that, everybody sees, they call themselves entertainers now, but these guys, when I was growing up, and the way I was taught is we're wrestlers. Old man Malenko used to always tell us, at the end of the day, it says on the marquee, professional wrestling, and that's what you want to give to people.
It's interesting that you're going to have two of the Malenkos because in the past, Frankie, when we spoke, we had you on here before, I know that they were instrumental in bringing you into the wrestling industry.
By happenstance almost,
Yes.
Remember you
tell the story of being a youngster. You show up at this event with your father, I believe it was, right?
Yes.
They asked you to be a referee. Mm-hmm. And from that moment on, it ignited this this love affair. And not only did they teach you the ropes of refereeing, but they put you through the mill.
Oh, yes.
When it came to the conditioning of being a wrestler.
To put it lightly.
My first day, and I walked in there, and they asked me to do 500 squats, 500 sit-ups, 500 push-ups.
Wow.
And I don't know if anybody has ever done that, but holy smokes, I was 23, 24 years old, and
jelly-legged.
I was a baseball player, most of my life. And, you ran your sprints and everything.
Sure.
Nothing compares to that.
What always cracks me up when it comes to wrestling is you'll hear the criticism that, it's fake. It's not real. You hear this. Now, it's not fake. It's scripted. There's a difference.
Correct.
But the athleticism is second to none. I mean, look, Miggy and I both played hockey for years and years and years. There's some conditioning involved with that. But when you go to wrestle, the level of conditioning, nothing can prepare you for the muscle fatigue, for the endurance that you need to have while you're on the mat.
But it's not only you. I mean, when you're in the ring with another competitor, it's a very careful dance because you are putting on a show. And I'm gonna take this a little bit because this is what I've learned since I've met you. Mm-hmm. You're putting on a show, and if you don't dance correctly, if you don't work with your partner correctly, you're A, going to get hurt, or B, look like an absolute jackass, and that person's not going to want to work with you again.
Well, you're not putting him over.
You're working together to put on the best show possible for the fans.
Exactly.
So watching you guys and being enveloped in your school and being taken in very graciously, I might add. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is enlightened me a lot, because I watched wrestling when I was a kid. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, but to be brought back into this world has been a very, very big honor to have met you guys and be taken in the way you've respected me.
Frankie, do me a favor.
Yes.
While you're training Miggy, please don't make him do 500 squats and 500 push-ups.
Hey, but if he asks me, I'll have to do it.
No,
I will do it.
Please don't, because I need him to continue to host this show with me, and he's going to die. He's going to have a heart attack and die on the mat.
Actually, there's a drill that we do, what we call 25 up and 25 down, which is you do 1 sit-up, 1 push-up, 1 squat.
Well, that should complete his training right there. That's about what he's ready for.
Then you do 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 2 squats. You go all the way up to 25. Then you do 25, and you come back down again.
That sounds like hell.
But tell him, Frankie, I did pretty good.
You did okay.
For my first day, I
did
all
okay.
Right.
Not bad.
Well, and I'm just teasing you. You know that. I'm just busting your balls.
I took my bumps.
Yes, you did. You took some bumps.
He kind of bit his tongue there. It looked like he was being a little nice.
And you saw just what little you did. It's hard work.
Frankie, it looked like you were babyfacing there. Seriously, you were.
It's tremendously hard work.
Those
bumps. I did a couple wrong, and it rung my bell.
Yes.
And my neck is really,
Yes.
I almost got a little bit of whiplash from
Miggy,
it.
we've been friends for 15 years. Your bell was rung a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Hey, we could use you on shows.
Yeah.
Just go, my bell's rung.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
Ding, 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 ding.
But it's hard work.
It is very hard.
Like I tell my kids, if you don't have it, don't do this as a hobby.
Yeah.
Don't do this. You got to have it in your heart.
You got to have heart, yeah.
You got to have heart. If you don't have heart, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. I'll train anybody. I mean, we got a kid. You've seen him. This kid is 308 pounds.
Wow.
That kid's in there, and he's working hard. I mean, he's sweating, and because it's hot in that.
It's
place.
Harvey, right?
That's Harvey.
I tell you, hats off to that kid.
And he's bumping, and he's running the ropes, and he's doing the squats, and he's coach. I said, Harvey, you want this? Yeah. I said, well, let's keep going, man.
Yeah.
On a personal note, in my early 20s. A good friend of mine and I used to go work out at a gym in Carrollwood, known as the Body Shop. I don't know if you're familiar with Body Shop, with Bruce Rosen, who's the guy that owned it. And Rocky Johnson worked out there, The Rock's dad. And every once in a while, we'd run into Rocky, hang out and talk to the guy, and he'd work out with us. He'd do sets with us. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Very humble, very proud of his son. He's just good people, Rocky Johnson.
I've known Rocky for, 30 years. We worked together many, many times, and just a great guy. And his son, The Rock, is very humble as well. I've known The Rock.
An absolute gentleman.
I've known The Rock since he was at college at University of Miami.
Yeah.
Playing
football.
Reffed his first match.
I reffed his first match here, in Hudson, in Plant City. And very humble, all the billions and billions of dollars he's making right now. If he sees you, he knows you, he'll come up to you, shake your hand. How you doing? How's the family? How's the kids? Just a great guy. Most wrestlers, for the most part, are that way. But like any other sport, you're going to have some a-holes.
Yeah, but you're talking about an industry, Frankie, where you got to work for what you get.
You got to work for it, and
you got to pay your dues.
You have to be an athlete. You got to pay your dues. Like my kids, we tear down the ring. We put the ring back together. You got to pay your dues, as they say.
Right.
That's the term that we use. You got to pay your dues.
His name is Frankie Reyes. He is the purveyor of Florida Wrestling Academy. This is a place you got to check out if you're listening to the show.
And you did hear the commercial for it, too.
I did. Great commercial, by the way. But
awesome.
Look, you got to look them up. You want to get into the sport, or even if you're just a casual fan and you just want to check things out, do it. But again, real quick before we go to commercial break, plug this event. We've got this event June 11th.
June 11th at the JCC and Tampa Federation. June 11th, we are doing I don't think you call it a benefit. I think it's more of a fundraiser for Championship Wrestling from Florida, for a wall that we want to get up at the new Tampa Jewish Community Center that used to be the Fort Homer Hesterly Armory.
Off of Howard Avenue. This is an event from 6:30, you said?
6:30 till 9:30.
Till 9:30.
The ticket price is $60, and there's a limited amount of tickets. So, you got to get them now.
Look, I don't know about you listeners out there. If you're local, the names that I've heard: Ricky Steamboat, Rocky Johnson, Greg Valentine,
Malenko brothers, Ric Flair.
Yeah, I mean, this is an uncanny.
It's going to be a great event.
An uncanny roster of just.
It is a pool of legends which you can get into.
The guys that made the foundation of the sport are going to be there. So something you got to check out. Frankie, it is a pleasure to have you as always.
Always
part
a
of the
pleasure,
show, my
guys.
friend.
I love
you,
this
Frankie.
show.
We love you, brother.
Anytime you want to have me on.
Got to get you back on again soon.
I'll be
buddy.
here. I'll be here. No problem.
We need Eddie Guerrero stories next time.
I will do that.
Airport stories.
I will do
you
that.
You know what I mean?
I will do that.
Yeah, we got to get. We talked about. We got to get some of your fun stories.
Yeah, we'll do some
listen,
stories.
all you Craniacs, we got to jump to a quick commercial break. When we get back to the last segment of the show, we will be joined by the hosts of Are You Not Entertained, who will be broadcasting their show after hours. We will also have the second competition of Redneck Trivia between our Redneck Show contributor, Lou Bob Jenkins, and their Redneck Show contributor, Cletus. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you, Frankie.
Hi, I'm Herschel Cohen. When I moved from the old country to New York and finally to Tampa Bay, it became harder and harder for me to find authentic kosher sandwiches. Finally, I created what I believe is the perfect union between meat and bread. But I realized it was missing something. With the help of my Gentile brother-in-law, Seamus O'Malley, I understood a great brew was the ideal accompaniment to my kosher delight. That's why we created Hebrews. Here, we have the chutzpah to create the glory of America's past in a great meal with a great beer. At Hebrews, we bring together bagels and lox and beers and shamrocks. Oh, the ultimate mix between two separate cultures in one set of taste buds. Along with Seamus's tremendous zeal in the 12-step program, we're able to merge our Judeo-Christian palates. Don't dine where prices make you say, oy vey. Eat at Hebrews, where your wallet will say, okay. Oh.
Howdy, folks. It's your old pal Bubba Clinton here. On the heels of the overwhelming success of my novelty condom line known as Billy Bags, I've been urged by my female constituency to create Dildos, a new line of sex toys for all you tarts, which I personally guarantee will please your lady parts. First up the bat is the JFK. This majestic rubber dong will end any missile crisis blockading your panty hamster. This dildo comes complete with a fully adjustable internal spine, proven to tickle any G-spot. Upgrade to the Deluxe, which includes exploding head action. For you ladies on the go, try the travel size RFK model. A little pocket willie is sure to make that kitty purr. Now for you BBWs sporting a moose knuckle, we got a dildo just for you. The Grover Cleveland is warranted to stretch any meat sleeve. It was designed with new exciting rubber technology that actually expands with contact and moisture. This bad boy will have the fat lady singing from beginning to end. The Grover is for sure to be re-elected to your Oval Office. Next in line is a novelty dildo sure to complete any collection. The George Washington is the first of its kind. A solid wooden dong made out of the finest cherry straight from Mount Vernon. I cannot tell a lie, ladies. I did not have sex with that. Well, I'm just kidding. Use with caution, as extreme friction could cause splintering. These shafts will be a numbered limited edition, so don't hesitate and pre-order one today. Finally, if you like a little kink in the stink, then let me propose to you the Bulldozer, a marvelously designed butt plug with unyielding penetrating power. This fleshy dork screw is equipped with a tightly coiled spring to allow rapid jackhammer gratification. This Bulldo even comes with its own operating glove to prevent slippage during accelerated use. So don't delay and order one today. Or better yet, why not nominate all my representatives to be members of your cabinet? I am Bill Clinton, and I approve these insertables.
Look for Buildos in adult stores near you.
Welcome back to the Cranial...
This is Professor Tom.
Oh, well, you just cut it right there. Welcome back to the Cranial Show. It's funny because...
I'll play it anyway.
No, don't play it anyway. Welcome back to the show. What's funny is it was a commercial break. This first microphone was still on the whole time.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I turned it off. I thought.
Sorry.
So there was some talking over the commercial break. Anyway, we broke the fourth wall on that, and this show was going so well too. I mean, but welcome to the last segment of the show, the Crane Mission Show.